Buenas noches, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos? Bienvenidos al canal YouTube Sports Game Máximo. Soy José María y estamos aquí con Greedfall, con la Play 5, con el último parche Next Gen de este año 2024. Y vamos a jugar, no sé, un par de horitas nomás, porque tengo que acostarme pronto hoy. Y a ver qué tal. Hola Juan Felipe, buenas. Bueno, como veis, el juego lo compré en físico y también lo compré en digital. ¿Por qué? Porque el juego me gusta. Lo que pasa es que la última vez que lo jugué hace ya tiempo, cuando salió. O sea que no, ya ni me acuerdo cómo se juega ni nada. Bueno, vamos allá. A ver. Bueno, que sepáis que parece que ya está arreglado el tema de internet. Ya está arreglado. Tengo conexión excelente. Ya sabéis que hemos tenido problemas estos días. Pues bueno, pues parece que está arreglado porque... Raimundo, buenas. Porque resulta que esta tarde me han cambiado el router, pero seguía el problema. Entonces, he llamado a la compañía, escúchame, me habéis cambiado el router y sigo con el mismo problema. Digo, fíjate, que lo miro. Ah, claro, es que falta enlazar el sistema, no sé qué, con el router nuevo. Me lo ha hecho de la central y ya está arreglado. O sea que tenía razón que el router estaba malo, pero claro, si me cambia el router y no avisan la central de otro router, no la enlazan, ¿sabes? No la activan, no sirve de nada. Pero bueno, ya está hecho y ya funciona, ¿vale? O sea, incluso me ha permitido ponerle más calidad de imagen, que ahora lo vais a notar muchísimo. ¡Wow! Madre mía, qué nervio pasado. Todo porque la compañía han tardado casi una semana para cambiarme el router. Esto me lo hacen en 24 horas. Me cambian el router. Ya estaría. Es que qué sufrimiento hemos tenido. Por uno, la mujer mirará cambiaron de compañía y ya está. Porque es que es un mal servicio. Adamo es un desastre. Repito, Adamo es un puto desastre del servicio técnico. Y ya está, no hay más. Vale, HDR activado, ¿no? Porque si lo ponemos desactivado, no. Mejor activado, ¿no? Dejamos HDR activado. Es que hace poco uno me dijo, se ve mejor sin HDR. Pero ¿qué me estás contando? Si el HDR es para verlo mejor. Yo dejo HDR automático, activado. Vale. Vamos a jugar con la dificultad normal. Tutoriales, porque no me acuerdo. Está el modo calidad, modo rendimiento. Vamos a ponerlo en modo rendimiento, ¿vale? A 60 FPS. Subtítulos sí. Tamaño de subtítulos, grandes. Interfaz de combate, completa. Audio. Está en inglés, bajamos un poco. Está en inglés. Brillo. Ah, claro, tendría que haber puesto... Guardar. Qué raro, no me deja... Lo tengo en dificultad normal, pero no me deja cambiar. Bueno, es igual. Modo... Rendimiento... Grande... Vale, ahora sí. Para acceder al contenido DLC, avanza en la aventura principal hasta la mitad del juego. Cuando esté disponible, te llegará una carta que podrás abrir en cualquier de tus campamentos y residencias. Si has terminado el juego, podrás jugar al DLC desde el último guardado automático de historia. Vale. Nueva historia. Aquí sí, aquí te deja escoger la dificultad. Super fácil, fácil, normal, difícil y extremo. Lo ponemos en normal. ¿Nunca lo has jugado, Juan Felipe? Recordad que lo hemos puesto en modo rendimiento a 60 FPS.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Vale. Mujer. ¡Oh, qué mujer más fea! Vamos a buscar una chica que sea guapa. Esta no está mal. ¿No? Espera un momento. Cabello. Así, con la coleta. Los verdes sería... A ver. Son azules. Así está bien. A ver, armas pesadas. Está la clase es guerrera, armas blancas, armas pesadas, técnica, trampa elemental, arma de fuego, armas blancas de una mano. Y la mágica, anillo de magia divina, Estasis, armas pesadas. No, no, lo tengo claro. La técnica. Técnica. Tengo que poner aquí 4 puntos. ¿Cómo va esto? Ah, vale. Tengo que escoger una. Vale, está bien así. Talentos. Carisma. Vale. He puesto que sea buena forzando ferraduras. Ya está. ¿Qué tal, Ángel? Buenas noches. ¿A ti te encantó? Oye, y la que estoy pensando, ¿por qué tengo que llevar eso aquí en la cara? ¿No se puede quitar? ¿Eso que tiene la mancha en la cara? ¿Lo veis? Eso tiene que llevarlo. Es que queda muy feo, ¿no? ¿Por qué lo lleva puesto eso? ¿Por qué lo tiene? No lo puedo quitar, ¿eh? A ver, Ángel, ¿por qué esa mancha? ¿Por qué no la puedo quitar esa mancha en la cara? ¿Alguien lo sabe? A ver si alguien me puede ayudar. Que nos explique por qué no se puede quitar la mancha. Ah, es parte de la historia. Vale, vale.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character. You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down.
He puesto los subtítulos grandes para que me gusta grande.
We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Ostras, se ve bien, el juego. Se nota, los 60 FPS se notan, Yo le he puesto modo rendimiento. Sí, la segunda parte es diferente, muy diferente. Es tipo... al estilo combate como el... como Baldur's Gate 3. Habrá gente que le gustaría y habrá gente que no.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
A ver cómo va esto. Ah, tío. ¿Qué pasó, no? Ah, el bloqueo es la circular. Oye, pues el sistema de combate es dinámico, está chulo.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
¿Qué dice el juez, José?
Come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is
Sí, la segunda parte es súper diferente.
Go! Fight with honor!
Ah, vale. Tácticas. Asignar. Ah, bueno, abajo el arma. Dice, el nivel de armadura física se muestra con escudos en el medidor de salud. La armadura absorbe parte del daño físico. Para destruir la armadura del enemigo puede utilizar una arma pesada o algunas trampas. Ataques mágicos ignoran la armadura. A ver, ¿qué hago yo? La furia es un estado que te permite utilizar ataques especiales que inflijan daño adicional y desequilibrar a los enemigos. Podrás ver tu nivel de furia a través de un medidor segmentado que señalará conforme ataques a los enemigos, lances de hechizos o bloquees ataques. Vale, pulsaré 2.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does.
Pasa que ahora mismo tengo el chip del otro, del network,
Indeed.
y ahora tengo que
Remember that you
aprender
can
cómo va
always
este
train in our
juego.
barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your
Yo
bags
estoy jugando
packed for the
al
great
teto. ¿Qué
departure?
es eso, el teto?
Yes, you know
¿Qué
I
tal,
get
Pinto?
by
Buenas
with
noches.
very
¿Qué es eso
little.
de
You're
teto?
not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
¿Teto qué es teto?
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
A ver, entonces, curarme era... Vale. Vale. Tenemos hechizos. Patada. Bloqueo, esquivar. Vale. Madre mía, pues me ha gustado el sistema de combate, ¿eh?
Have you not been
Está
taught
guapo.
to knock? I've asked 1,000
El
times.
sistema de combate, cuidado,
It's you.
es más dinámico,
My dear child.
más rápido, más ágil
I'm
que el The
sorry.
Witcher,
I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
que The Witcher 3.
Come now, let's speak
Que por
of
cierto,
more
The Witcher
pleasant
3,
things.
hemos completado el juego ya,
I'm so
hemos hecho
very happy
de las
to hear
dos
your
expansiones,
voice.
una ya, me falta la otra.
You remind me so much of your
A
father.
ver si lo hacemos este año que
I
viene,
do miss him so.
la otra expansión.
Today is the
Pues
big
a ese,
day,
al The Witcher le
isn't it?
eché un montón de horas.
Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about. Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill. Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure. Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Buenas noches, Nembi. Hoy estaremos hasta las 3. Más no puedo porque tengo que acostarme. Y tengo cosas que hacer mañana por la mañana. Hostia, pues se ve bien, Qué guapo se ve el juego, Y los 60 FPS se nota un huevo.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
Bueno, ahora que la miro
This will
bien,
be
es
quite the
guapa la
chore
niña.
to finish before our departure.
Está guapa.
The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Organización del equipo. ¿Qué es esto? Scoot. Vale. Voy. ¿Y cómo cambio al otro lado? Talento. ¿Y al otro? ¿Cómo cambio al otro lado? O sea, me muevo por aquí, pero no sé cómo ir al otro lado. Las misiones. Mapa. Ay, ¿cómo lo hago, tío? Cago en la puta. Ah, vale. ¿Lo he hecho antes? Voy a cambiar el mando, a lo mejor mi mando está fallando, tío. Voy a cambiar el mando. Me pongo uno nuevo. No. ¿Cómo lo he hecho antes? Uy. Ah, vale, con el stick. Vale, vale.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
La gran salida. Negocio con el comerciante. Hay que bajar abajo. Hernández dice, las luces que tienes parece que vives en un lugar donde es 24 horas. 24 horas. Jonathan, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Me ha hecho reír Fernando. Nevit 25, buenas noches.
To my help, and death to the others! And death to the others!
Ah, se puede saquear. Perdón. Ostras, este juego es muy bueno, ¿eh? ¿Esto qué es? Ya. Pasa que me falta práctica porque no conozco el juego. No, este no es el juego que está hecho por Amazon. Ese que tú dices es otro que estoy jugando por las noches. El Network Aternum. Este es otro. Este es el Greedfall.
The merchant is there.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse
¿Por qué
to honor
esperas,
orders
Memphis? Que
agreed
este juego es
upon
bueno,
with
te
the
lo digo
guard.
yo.
There's been a
Eso que lleva un ratito de
misunderstanding,
nada,
madam.
ya me he dado cuenta
Of
que es
course we're ready
buenísimo
to
este
honor the
juego.
orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master at arms.
They're asking that we pay
Tiene cosas del
again,
Network.
despite having already
Bueno.
paid.
It's just that
Pero no
the
se parece
price
nada,
has
ni
gone up
combate,
since.
ni nada, ni el
I've
personaje,
nothing to do with it.
ni el
This
mundo.
is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
Yo estoy jugando en
I'm
Evelyn.
sorry, madam. I'm
Yo
just
estoy
an
jugando todos los
agent,
días del
and I'm only
Network.
obeying
Solo,
orders.
solo. Sin ningún problema. Es como jugar este. Pasa que hay momentos, a lo mejor una cueva o lo que sea, tienes que jugar con gente. Pero no pasa nada. En momentos concretos, ¿sabes?
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise.
Dentro de lo que cabe, le hemos puesto guapa a la chica,
payment, it's what we do immediately.
¡Ya está arreglado!
¡Ya
¡Ya está arreglado, Jonathan! ¡Gente, ya está arreglado el router! ¡Ya está arreglado, tío!
Well, I should think not.
Espera, que lo voy a
This
mostrar,
whole
voy a
story
mostrar.
sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Me han puesto estos routers gigantes. El que tenía antes era chiquitín así. Así pequeñitos, ¿vale? Y me lo han cambiado, me han puesto este. Fíjate, grande como una consola. Y resulta que lo pruebo aquí con el técnico. Y el técnico me dice, no, si el router que tenías iba bien. Digo, no iba bien, tú me lo cambias y sigue yendo mal. Digo, ¿usted cómo es que sigue mal? ¿Me has traído otro router malo? Digo, no, está bueno. Lo que pasa es que es cosa del tema de la central. Bueno, hago el directo con algunos parones. Le digo a la gente, dejadme que ahora que terminamos el directo con Metafor, que llamaré a la compañía a ver qué ocurre, qué pasa. Eso que llamo, le explico, dice, no, tranquilo, que ahora mismo te voy a vincular, no sé qué, activar tu no sé qué, no sé, del sistema. Que faltaba eso. Claro, a cambiar un router tienes que activar a la central, no sé qué historia. Bueno, yo no entiendo esto. Y va, lo hace, y digo, déjame que lo pruebe. Lo pruebo, y le digo al de la asistencia al teléfono, digo, oye, que va bien, va bien. Entonces, allí nos hemos dado cuenta que el router estaba malo. Y cuando me han puesto el router bueno, tenían que configurarlo desde la central. Y ya está. Si esto lo hubieran hecho, mira que te digo, si esto lo hubieran hecho dentro de las 24 horas, yo no hubiera tenido esos problemas durante toda la semana. Que tenía que cambiar de directo, el horario, que hacía que anularlo. Que volvía locos a vosotros. Pero era porque no estaba en condiciones el router. Esto lo tenía que haberlo arreglado el mismo día. Por eso yo no puedo recomendar a Adamu. Es más, cuando se termine la permanencia, o a lo mejor la semana que viene, ya tengo que hablar con la mujer, me cambio de compañía. Que le den por culo. Esto lo tienen que haber arreglado ya, no digo al día, pero al día siguiente. Máximo 48 horas. Me han tenido aquí toda la semana. Venga, hombre.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! Death to the other! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greedfall!
¡Ay, me ha matado! Es que no sé cómo va el tema. Todavía no sé cómo va.
Certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
A ver, saca el arma. Vale.
To my help!
A tomar por culo. Y luego para... A ver... Para... El equipamiento... Y si quiero yo... Y el equipamiento que tengo, voy cogiendo... ¿Lo puedo desguazar? ¿Ordenar de otro modo o no? Ah, soltar. Solamente soltar o vender. Vale, vale. Aquí. ¿Puedes saltar? Qué guapo. Qué guapo este juego. Este juego es muy bueno, ¿eh? Este juego es muy bueno. Y la misión es... Diario. ¿El combate parece complejo? No. No. Lo que pasa es que como juego un RPG cada día que es del otro, el network allí funciona de diferente forma. No es complejo, no. Lo que pasa es que tienes que saber su temática, su mecánica. Pero a mí me ha costado un poquito porque estoy jugando otros días network que se juega diferente. Entonces, claro.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
A ver, vender. Aquí le vendo cosas. No.
Thank you for your visit. See you. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to...
Comparar. $218 tengo. ¿Dónde tengo? ¿Dónde pone el dinero? Ah, 57, tengo poco. Ah.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Lady Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Es un
Captain,
tremendo juego.
you set
Sí,
sail soon.
yo me acabo de terminar
Have you seen to our little
hoy
business?
también. Y buah.
Yes.
Así que le
We were
buenas,
finally
José.
able
¿Cómo
to
vas
recover
con el
your
Cine
merchandise.
2 Remake? Lo he
Excellent
dejado por
news.
unos días porque estaba muy
I'm afraid, though,
estresado, muy
that your
nervioso.
mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
¿Jugarás al nuevo
Blast
Dragon
me, I'm a
Age?
captain, not an errand boy.
A ver,
The
gente.
commander was quite explicit.
¿Queréis que lo compre el
Very
Dragon
well.
Edge? El nuevo
What
Dragon
do I need
Edge.
to do?
The
Me subo al
merchandise
canal.
that you obtained needs
Dejad
to be sent to
comentarios.
Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority
Lo hago,
formalities
lo hago
for
mañana
shipping
mismo,
take
hago
an
la
eternity
reserva
to
si
wait
queréis.
through.
Si quieres hago
And we've
mañana la
already lost
reserva.
quite a bit of time with this dishonest
¿Queréis
man.
que haga la reserva del
Are you
Dragon Edge?
blatantly asking us to
Gente,
smuggle this
¿lo hago o no?
merchandise and contraband?
I would never
Pero
ask
voy
you
a hacer
to
la
do
reserva
such a
con la
thing, Your
Xbox Series
Excellency.
X.
Ah,
Más que nada
but you
porque
don't mind asking that of
un
Kurt.
poco de, que haya un poco de todo, ¿no?
If he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Oye, dice Nevin, yo estoy en la prisión del set de Silent Hill 2. ¿Cómo suena? Suena un poco mal, ¿no? El que no sepa que estamos hablando de juego puede pensar que estás en la cárcel. Encuentra la forma de mover la carga. Oye, gráficamente este juego está muy, un alto nivel, muy alto, ¿eh?
All you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be. You won't regret this.
Ah, vale, necesito una piedra, ¿no? O algo. Me falta componentes. Guau, tío. ¿Qué es? Está muy currado, este juego. Es un RPG muy completo. Es muy bueno este juego, Vale, Mura.
Lively there, lads and lasses.
O sea,
I
Network
promised the
o
merchants
Liberty.
and their prince we'd be off before the
Network
tide.
de cabeza, tío. Te lo dice alguien que yo he completado el Liberty
Porcelain is worth more than your life.
y el Network no lo he completado. Pero ya te digo yo que el Network es mucho mejor.
There's some children we'd be
En todos
best to
sentidos,
refuse.
Es mucho mejor. Ahora, si tú vas a hacer
Captain Vasco.
compras compras, vete a Liberty.
Sade,
Si quieres pasar por caja, lo mejor es vete a Liberty. Pero si no vas a hacer compras, o muy poco, al Network.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking.
¿Qué tal, Imura? ¿Cómo estás?
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
¿Qué nivel tienes, Imura, con Network?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Yo no me acuerdo qué nivel tengo.
How do you become a Nord?
25
Our
puede
magic,
ser.
yes, but only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nort from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Norts for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the map will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are going to have to wait until the next ship.
Una escopeta, ¿cómo se llama? Una escopeta en el.
At least we tried.
The commander is going to have my head.
Tipo.
I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to dock the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Ah, no, calla, que luego cambié. Ahora no. Ahora llevo la escopeta y la lanza. Ahora llevo la lanza, que me lo recomendaron. Y va genial.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir-Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a
Es uno de los mejores juegos que he
great
jugado
honor
este
that I'm
año.
sure you
Con
will
eso ya te
fill
digo
with
todo.
brio and
Claro que vale la
panache.
pena. Pero 40 euros tú le
The Mother
activo.
Cardinal Cornelia
¿Vale
will
40
be
euros?
enchanted
No, vale
to
40
work
euros.
with you.
Vale
And your
60,
cousin in the
la
future.
básica y la deluxe,
I only regret
la que tengo yo,
that your
80 euros.
departure
40
is so
euros.
sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you,
De momento
I
no
was
está,
hoping
no ha
to
bajado
solicit
precio.
your help in a
Acaba de
rather
salir
delicate
y el más
matter.
barato era 60.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time.
Hola
Far
Pedro,
too much
¿qué
time.
tal? Joder, yo lo
For
quiero,
according to our
yo lo quiero por
sources,
40.
these fugitives have already made
En
contact with
la
a
web
smuggler to
40
take
euros,
them who knows
la que hay de
where.
equipo. Ah, bueno, sí.
I see.
Vale, vale, yo te hablo de Store.
You were
Si lo
hoping that
cuentas
I'll
por
be able
40,
to do
pues mejor,
something
¿no?
before they make it to an enemy city.
Mejor.
If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look
Maybe,
into this and see
dile a
what I
Pedro
can
cómo
do.
en qué web es, para que lo compre él también. José, ¿en qué mejora la versión anterior? Que ahora son 60 FPS, mono rendimiento, y que se ve mejor y las cargas mucho más rápidas. Más no lo sé, ya lo veremos.
Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Ptolemy are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Esto de Stan Game y Eneva,
You
todas
must
estas
certainly be
páginas,
speaking
a
about
veces me
the
mandan
debates
correos
that have divided
para
the Ordo
promocionar
Luminis
el
and the
canal,
more political orders.
para que yo le promocione su página.
The Lord Luminous has
Yo
an
no lo he
extremely
aceptado.
pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only 2 complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there,
Entonces, ¿te gustó
and have their hands
el
full
nuevo
keeping them at
Dragon
bay,
Ball? Lo tengo aquí.
which leaves us
Lo tengo
greater
aquí.
latitude to
Mira,
settle
lo
peacefully
tengo ahí.
and pursue our mission of conversion.
Lo tengo aquí. El disco lo tengo en la consola puesta, ¿vale? Y como he tenido problemas estos días con la internet, he tenido que aplazarlo. Pero el disco lo tengo en la consola. A ver si mañana no puedo. Pero pasado mañana yo lo quiero probarlo. Yo tengo la montura, como me compré la versión más tocha, y Mura tengo la montura del oso. Está muy bien.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
No, es grande, es más grande de lo que parece. Porque el mapa del network, no, ahí no se ven las mazmorras. Y por lo que he visto hay muchas mazmorras. Es más de lo que parece. Fluctuando torso de la facción. Ah, se puede guardar. Se puede guardar cuando te dé la gana. Eso está bueno. A ver. ¡Ay! Vendí la ropa. Ya no me puedo hacerme pasar por por la facción. Pues nada, a hostia limpia, tío. A hostia limpia.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help! Death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Tenemos nivel 1, ¿eh? Ya, tenemos que cargarnos a los guardias.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink.
No,
These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we'd...
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We are not in Teleme, you know. You better get going. The harbour master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, we didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Pero si yo quiero... Si yo quiero que sea... A ver... Asignar. Luz. Ya tenemos luz, ya tenemos luz. Qué guapo. ¿Has visto el farolillo? ¿Apago? ¿Lo enciendo? Está guapo este juego, ¿eh? Es una maravilla, ¿eh? Para bloqueo. Pociones de maná. Guardo partida.
Well now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end.
Este juego...
You can't miss it.
¿De qué es el juego? Es un RPG tipo The Witcher, ¿sabes? Este juego, para mí, bajo mi opinión, es un juego de 9 tranquilamente, ¿eh? De 9, 9,5, es un juego excelente, ¿eh? Es más, me atrevería a decir que el juego actualmente con esta calidad, a este estilo, este género, se puede contar con los dedos de la mano, ¿eh? Actualmente que están saliendo, ¿eh? Esto es muy bueno, este juego, ¿eh? Muy bueno. Completar misiones. En Greedfall las misiones se suelen poder completar de varias formas diferentes. Desarde dispone de numerosos recursos de astucia, persuasión, la intuición, la corrupción y la fabricación de objetos del taller. Vale.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked.
Pues lo estoy jugando casi todos los días. El
a
Newo.
wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you
Lo estaba
couldn't
pensando yo
just catch
también,
it like that.
El nivel. No es fácil subir de nivel este juego. A lo mejor porque necesitan con más combate para que suba de nivel. También lo he pensado yo,
A few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Teofredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid.
El sistema de combate me gusta más este que el Newo.
And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that.
Este es más táctico.
Still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving
Es más
home again.
táctico. Este es mejor, pero mucho mejor que el otro, que el Newo.
Quite a few regular customers.
Y como historia, este está por encima del Newo.
Too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's
Es que el Newo nació como MMO, y es MMO. Lo que pasa es que han hecho un retoque para que gente como nosotros nos pongamos a jugar con él, pero realmente se nota que su base es un MMO combate, pero que este como RPG es muy bueno.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Me falta componentes. Me falta componente, claro.
Any idea who I am? Open up, imbecile! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
¿Veis la parte de arriba a la derecha? Es el nivel 1 y nos falta poquito para llenar la barra del 1 al 2.
It's blocked. It's blocked. Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem
Pero muy
slightly
difícil
hesitant.
si no tiene nadie que te enseñe cómo se juega.
Tell me what troubles you.
A rather
Yo lo fui avanzando
unscrupulous
bastante
individual has been sowing
porque tenía uno que me
trouble in
ayudaba,
Serene.
me enseñaba cómo
A
se tenía que
charlatan
jugar.
passing himself off
Pero
as
si
an
no, es
alchemist.
jodido.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank
Esto es un
you,
vicio,
Excellency.
señores.
And I am pleased to see you
¿Lo habéis
have taken
tostado?
so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tifredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Ptolemy?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tifredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Ptolemy has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Tenemos que liberar a su primo, que se llama Constantino.
We should have got rid of him. Don't be an idiot.
It's obvious that he's a loner, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate.
¿Cómo me los cargo en sigilo?
He's making a great deal. To my help and death to the others.
Hemos subido a nivel 2, gente. Si el giro así y cuando te acercas le das la X, te lo cargas por detrás. Lo que pasa es que no lo he hecho porque quería combate. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Habilidades. Tenemos un punto para gastarlo. ¿Qué es? Vale, cuando lleguemos a nivel 4 podremos poner un punto aquí. Tributos y talentos. Cuando lleguemos al nivel 5. Talentos. Ahora tenemos la llave. Me parece que su primo está abajo, pero bueno, vamos arriba a saquear. Llave de la celda.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Tiene una bonita nariz ella, ¿eh? Equipo de los compañeros. Vale.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Vamos. Ya somos 3, ¿eh?
It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Ya tenemos que ir. Dile al capitán que está listo para llevar anclas. Pero ¿hay alguna misión más? A ver. Encuentra la ropa de Constantín y llevársela. ¿No lo ha cogido? ¿Dónde está su ropa? Está más arriba. Está por aquí. Aquí está. ¿Y de qué falta?
It's not possible just now.
Vale. Tenemos que hacer las secundarias. Vamos a hacer la secundaria. Guau, tío. Y ahora que lo empiezo a dominar el juego, me está flipando, tío. Me lo está flipando. Qué bueno este juego. Pero aquí no es. No es aquí.
madam?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tirfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Be back soon, Captain.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when, ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
What will be your official title on Tirfredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even
Este juego te engancha,
open wound. This potion
Este juego te atrapa,
heals
tiene
all of
alma.
that.
Es un juego muy
And
entretenido, muy
more
chulo, muy chulo.
still, this
little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him?
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
¿Pero qué van a manear? Si el juego ya salió.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Hola, Riddick. ¿Qué dice, amigo?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of
Ah, bueno,
science, I
especifica.
consider
Bueno, pero tú
skepticism
si
a
estás jugando, un
remarkable
youtuber si está jugando,
quality. In your
no le
case,
pasa
it is
nada.
not skepticism,
Esa
but
gente que
blindness.
cogen las canciones y hacen... Vale, eso está prohibido. No, no la luz, en cualquier parte.
Let's take a look at his cart.
Pero tú si estás jugando y sale música mientras estás jugando, no te puedes decir nada. Lo que está prohibido, que del mismo juego tú saques la música y la aproveches para otros vídeos. Eso está prohibido.
To my health, and death to the others!
Ah, se lo han cargado. Qué bueno. Se lo han cargado ellos solitos. Yo preparando las trampas aquí.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
Bueno, si a mí me ponéis entre escoger este y el nuevo MMO Network, no sabría decirte cuál de los dos me gusta más.
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin.
Y José, lo que dijiste de la Darksiders 2, estoy de acuerdo contigo, pero tener que esperar 12 años para un parche 4K 60 FPS, pero 4K 60 FPS y Ray Tracing, ¿tú no sabías eso? Y Ray Tracing. Eso que me hace pensar que sí que es verdad que el Ray Tracing consume recursos, eso lo sabemos todo el mundo, pero que se puede hacer cosas buenas. Y eso es un ejemplo de ese juego. Así que, no sé, tío. Yo creo que nos venden juegos medio hechos. Y luego van arreglando con parches o no. Yo creo que sí. Como no hay un control de calidad, hasta que no haya un control de calidad organizado no por la empresa, por el gobierno, seguiremos teniendo disgustos con juegos. Que nos prometen cosas que no son. A lo primero puedes jugar solo, pero en últimas fases debes jugar en cooperativo porque hay unos bosses muy complicados. Sí, cooperativo, pero del mismo juego te encuentras gente. Eso no hay problema, Jero. Eso no hay problema. Hablas del network, ¿no? No hay problema.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt
Bueno,
to
pero más vale 12 años que nada. Pero fíjate, 12 años y si tú la actualizas es gratis. Cosa que muchas empresas hacen un remaster, siempre remate un lavado de cara y encima tienes que pagar 10 euros. Mira, el que sale al final de este mes, el remaster, ¿cómo se llama? Ahora no me sale el nombre. Sí, al final del mes no sale un remaster que tienes que pagar 10 euros.
Provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you.
No, yo estoy hablando de Racing, yo estoy hablando de... Ah, lo de cooperativo. Ah, sí, yo estoy hablando del network. Nos estamos liando aquí. Tú estás hablando del Uber Racing, no. El Uber Racing no tiene por qué. Si tú farmeas bien, no tienes por qué jugar con gente contigo. Claro que si juegan contigo gente, que lo más aconsejable en la última fase, sí, es mejor. Sí, Jero.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
Dejando más sencillo, son los residuos. Pero el que sale en la final de este mes, el remaster, ¿cómo se llama? El Horizon. El Horizon.
I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Y la expansión solamente tienes que pagar 10 euros para tener la nueva versión. Pues mira.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I was unfortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
Arrestarlo o ayudarle a salir de la ciudad. Venga, voy a ser bueno.
I'm going to help you leave the city. But you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd. I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drank a few drops, and my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later.
Le está engañando.
No one is spared from them.
Para que se vayan asustados.
Are we doomed then?
Everyone is. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like statues.
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
Qué bueno ha sido. Ha sido buenísimo, tío. Ha sido buenísimo. ¿Habéis visto? Ha sido una pasada, ¿eh? O sea, tú podías elegir arrestarlo o ayudarle a escapar. Y le han mentido a ellos, le ha dicho que se vaya corriendo al médico a pedir un antídoto porque si no se van a quedar paralizados. Y se han ido corriendo.
So,
es muy bueno este juego, tío. Este juego es un 9, tío. 9,5, tío.
The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You were free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahin.
I owe you my life, my lady. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Encubrir la huida de alquimista.
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Nos queda poquito para subir de nivel.
Swall through. Is your hat out of style? Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make suitable company.
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master.
¿Qué tal el
As
juego,
for your question,
Derek?
any
Para
child
mí
born on
es un
one of our
9.
ships is seaborn.
9,
He is a Nord
9,5.
from birth.
Es muy bueno.
Others are sea gifted, joining the Nords.
No sé cuántos años tiene este juego.
Often
Pero
from a
es
young
muy
age.
guapo este juego. En
It's
todos
how
los
the
sentidos,
guild
en todos los
is made
sentidos.
and maintains
Gráficamente, sistema de combate, la historia, las misiones.
Be back soon, Captain.
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set. I'm still without news.
Miss Jonas,
Esto
does
creo
he
que ya
have
lo
any...
escuché.
In tradition, we are,
Might I have a word?
as you wish.
Esto lo escuché ya.
Could you tell me a little about...
We are
Thanks to your magic.
Our magic. As for your question, others are. It's how the guild.
Could you tell me...
It is the river,
I've also-
but I wouldn't know it.
What do you think of our...
You're referring to
Thanks to you.
certain. It's a good.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day.
Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
Este dura unas 40 horas, de 40 a 50 horas, Francisco,
Yes. Your captain
Dale la
asked me
oportunidad,
to go and
Francisco,
find
Javier, es
him.
muy bueno este
Happy
juego.
to hear he's taking
Pero esto
the
no
disappearance
dura 20
seriously.
horas, esto dura 40 a 50
What can I do
tranquilamente.
for you?
Con la expansión.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Riddick, ¿estás por aquí, Riddick, o te has ido a dormir? Para mí el Cyberpunk debería haber salido 3 años después. No, eso es verdad, El Cyberpunk tenía que haber salido 3 años después. ¿Está por aquí, Riddick? ¿Se ha ido a dormir?
What does Jonas do in his free time when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
¿Estás aquí?
Never. He
Mira.
sips his point like it was bad medicine.
Le han cambiado el router.
One drink lasts him the whole night.
Grande, parece una consola. El que tenía antes era pequeñito, era así. Y este es gigante. Y me lo ponen y digo, espérate, no te vayas, le digo al técnico. Quiero probar haciendo un directo, ¿vale? Nada, 2 minutos, a ver si va bien o no va bien. Lo pongo y va mal. Y el tío dice, hostia, no puede ser. Le ha hecho fotos a la pantalla y todo para enviárselo a la central. Y eso debe ser la central, ¿eh? El router está nuevo está nuevo, está bueno. Bueno, hago el directo y habían caídas. Le digo a la gente, esperaros que antes de porque es 20 minutos, media hora, para que me dé tiempo de llamar a la central y explicar la situación, a ver qué pasa. Llamo a la central, le explico, dice, dame el número de serie del aparato y el nombre. Vale, se lo doy y me lo configuran desde allí y va perfecto ahora. Ya está arreglado. O sea, si me cambia el router y no llamo a la central para configurarlo desde la central, para activación, no sirve de nada. Y ya está. Y digo yo, no hemos tirado más de una semana para que me pongan un router en condiciones. ¿Esto no podían haberlo hecho en menos de 24 horas? ¿O no? Dale que te veo peleas todos los días. Y llamaba 2 o 3 veces al día quejándome. Y al final, con muchos cabreos, han enviado el técnico con su router. Son unos impresentables, unos sinvergüenzas, esta gente, lo de Adamo, que no te lo imaginas. Yo cuando se acabe la permanencia, me voy de compañía. Y a lo mejor de cabreo, a lo mejor mañana o el lunes se cambia de compañía. Es que vamos, es vergonzoso estas cosas que pasan.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just never.
Esto lo he visto yo, sí.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Sí, yo lo he probado antes, dice, va mal. Dice, pues yo no puedo hacer nada. Debe ser la central. Llamo a la central cuando después ya se había ido y ya está. Y me dice la central, lo que tenía que haber hecho el técnico, llamarme para yo activarlo. Digo, pues no lo ha hecho. Porque ese hombre tenía prisa, tenía ganas de irse a casa. Ya eran casi las 9.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No.
Pues yo te recomiendo, Francisco Javier,
Lauro won't stop telling anyone
una vez que completa el 1 te pones a jugar el 2, luego el 3 y luego el 4. Y luego el DLC.
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the nine death
Eso de tardar
winds,
pasa en
ain't no
muchas.
missing
Ya
ain't
tuve
taken.
problemas como Vistar. También tú sabes, como cuando leas se le.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even
Yo
though I
tenía lo
had
de la
a few
tele
tumblers in the
y
belly,
y
I
ahí
hadn't
me
yet lost
llegaban
my head.
20 megas.
The other
Y
day,
dije,
in the
quiero
tavern,
aumentar.
I saw him talking to a well-dressed
Y me dijeron que
man,
no.
surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone.
Yo,
Vanished.
cuando la mujer me diga cambiamos de compañía, lo cambiamos.
I tried to,
Me han puesto un
believe me,
router que parece
but my legs
grande así de como una
betrayed me.
consola.
Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes
Yo
were there,
le voy a dejar a mi
waiting
mujer
for
que
him.
elija
They just up and
la
took him
compañía que
like
quiera.
that. Grabbed
Porque si
his
sale
arms and
mal,
poof,
a mí
gone,
no me va a echar las culpas.
vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
Un mega
I tried to,
es una
believe
mierda para
me,
jugar.
but my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Este juego tiene mucho diálogo. Lástima que no está en español la voz. Molaría mucho más.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water. Anything else?
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tir Freddy.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every
Ahora tengo
rock.
la que tú comentaste. Yo contraté 600 megas simétricos que sin yo decirles nada, luego me lo subieron a 1000. Al mismo precio. Y la última vez que le llamé tardaron un poco. Pero esto, ¿dónde? En Movistar. ¿Dónde eso fue? ¿En qué compañía? En Movistar. Están pagando el mismo precio, te han dado 1000 megas.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic, and then people were I also... Yeah, but that's not...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a
Tiene
bell.
la cara
I've played with the
como
3 of them.
mal estado, ¿no? Igual que ella que tiene aquí, en está todo.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed... and he must have been...
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from life?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
¿Desde fuego? Mirar el fuego, gente. Si se ve bien, ¿eh? ¿Qué? El Orange. ¿Se ve bien o no se ve bien, gente? El fuego es muy realista, ¿eh?
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
Este juego le doy un 9. Fíjate que yo, un 9 o un
9,5. Este juego se debería salir este año.
O te diría que estaría nominado al GOTY, seguro.
Legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't
¿Cómo
be
con
the
el juego
first
que
to
murió?
recruit through
¿Qué
Judy's
juego
means.
hablas tú? Mira, tiene la lamparita, ¿ves? ¿Ves la lamparita? ¿La apago? Aquí no. Lo bueno aquí, tú puedes jugar a sigilo o hablando con uno con otro, solucionarlo, ¿sabes? Las misiones, o yendo a saco combate. Que tú tienes varias maneras de cómo resolver las misiones. No, Babylon 5, no, es diferente. Aprende más sobre los contratos del Nauta.
Madam,
are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy. but we will have to do without.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master.
Como RPG, ya te digo yo, está a un nivel muy alto, ridículo.
He is a Nord from birth.
No tanto los gráficos, sino de cómo resolver las misiones, y cada misión es diferente de una a otra. Y las misiones secundarias se sienten como si fueran principales. Aquí las misiones secundarias no son mierdas, son muy guapas.
Be back soon, Captain.
Aprende más sobre lo contrario de los nautas.
Madam, are you ready? Can we wait?
We should be able to set. I'm still without news of.
Could you tell me anything about our destination?
It is the neighbor of I've also, but I wouldn't know it.
What do you think of our port?
You're certain it's a good.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are.
Thanks
As for your question, others are seen. It's how the guild is.
Have you seen anyone once?
Take as long as they're not said.
A smuggler?
In the port? May I ask you?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Ya está. Ya tenemos la
Be back
información.
soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Tengo que sacar la información, ¿cómo?
Madam,
are you ready?
We should be. I'm still without.
I spoke with a woman who told
Take
me a contract.
A commercial. In some cases, I wouldn't be able. But what I can never sit.
Yo creo que está.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us?
Ahí está. Ya hemos sacado
Anyone
la
who's not a
información.
Nort?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Ese era arriba.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the North as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides.
For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force, against his will, by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false.
Enough. With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
For kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he's a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret having had to threaten that woman.
El otro, la animación y el combate era muy cutre. Ah, el Inquisitor. Es una mierda ese juego. 30 euros que me cobraron. Madre mía. El combate tiene un sistema de combate alucinante. Una vez que lo controlas, tienes para hacer parring, tienes para hacer el esquive, para usar magia y todo. Esto es una pasada este juego. Este juego, ya te digo, si saliera este año con estos gráficos, pues estaría nominado al GOTY. Lo que pasa es que este juego cuando salió que le faltaba, no salió malo, que se notaba que le faltaba bastante parches.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone.
He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away.
Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Vamos a rescatar a uno que lo tiene secuestrado. A Alumbra un poco esta lámpara, pero bueno, es lo que hay. En aquella época.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would
Y
you
ojo,
be so kind as to hear what I have to say,
depende de
Sir
lo que
Fontaine?
tú decidas, va cambiando la historia, Ten cuidado, este juego.
You've taken your son against his will and have locked him up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent. You are far too young to
Fracasamos
understand the
en
way we
carisma.
feel.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had
Spider es uno
known.
de mis estudios
You
de
should have
RPG
thought of
favoritos.
that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Aquí no está.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to
Sus
allow me
propios
to go
padres
free?
la habían secuestrado al hijo.
Even if I had to bend his arm.
Qué fuerte.
That doesn't surprise
Ya
me.
anunciaron el Greedfall 2, sí.
He seemed to have no
Pero el sistema de
intention
combate
of
será
changing
diferente.
his
Será
mind.
tipo.
I feel more
como
sorry
el-
for my mother. She
Como
seems
Baldur's
so
Gate
sweet
3.
and happy
¿Vale?
to
El
see
sistema de
me.
combate a
You
turnos.
don't seem to be all that
Moviendo por
close to
el,
your
por el escenario.
parents.
I hadn't
Habrá
seen
gente que
them
le gustaría y
since I
habrá
was
gente que no.
5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Nos queda poquito para subir de nivel 3. Lo que veo que cuesta subir de nivel, menos ahora.
Selection? What him? Welcome! It's such a... Have you seen any... Thank you for your visit.
See you soon.
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Be back soon, Captain.
Vale, ya estamos nivel 3. Habla con el contramaestre del cuartel de la guardia de la moneda de Nueva Serene.
You cannot pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison.
Podríamos poner ropa. No tengo. A tomar por culo, tío. Yo te voy a matar y ya está.
You cannot pass. Only the Norts have access.
Bueno, pues me busco la vida. Pero eso, disfrazarte.
I've seen a few...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nort. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes,
Mass
I
Effect.
am a
Yo jugué
smuggler.
el 3.
But I'm not the only
El
one in this
último
city.
le eché
I'm
3,
searching
4,
for a
5
couple
horas, no me
fleeing to
acuerdo bien.
Lame.
Me
They
dio
are trying to
viciada ese
leave the
juego, es muy
city
bueno,
discreetly. Have they
Y está doblado
contacted
en
you?
español, me
You
parece.
certainly can't imagine I'm
No me
going to
falla la
answer
memoria.
you without getting
Sí, muy bueno.
something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Norts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right? Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
¿Saben saltar? Sí.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We are not in Lame, you know. You better get going. The harbour master is ringing it. All the Norts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, I didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
Tengo que ir arriba.
Damnation. We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come
Yo
to
quería
deliver
jugar
us to
2
the
horitas.
Inquisition
Mira,
then?
que llevamos 3 horas y media.
Please, have pity on our souls.
Aquí
We have
4 horas me
committed
tengo que
no
levantarme.
crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Lame so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Lame after traveling with his master?
The very same.
His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler and he'll certainly be in touch. He or another member of his band. Be careful and safe travels.
Oh, thank you, my lady. You are a woman of noble heart. May the illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Me llamo subido a nivel 4. Aquí un punto. Habla... Ah, vale. Pero eso está al otro lado. Entonces ya podemos irnos. Ya está todo hecho. Porque la misión secundaria... Esta no se hace aquí. Se hace en otro lado. No va a ser en... Ya está. Ya podemos irnos.
Sworn through. Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong
Y hay una mesa de trabajo, a ver si puedo hacer algo. Está aquí. Vale. Ahora tiene mejor. Ahora harán más daño. Cuando tienen armadura, hará más daño. Ya está, me falta producto. Ya no puedo hacer más mejoras. ¿Pero veis? Hemos puesto un pomo mejor y que hace más daño a la armadura. Y aquí. Taco metálico. Ah, taco metálico. Para construir y reparar muebles. Vale, vale. Lo fabricamos. Bueno, pues nada. Vámonos. Ahora cuando zarpemos al barco es cuando empieza de verdad el juego. Todo esto ha sido como una especie de tutorial.
Madam, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tear Friding.
Sí, porque la otra misión
My new city.
You'll need to arm
era
yourself
aquí.
with patience. The voyage will be long.
Habla con el
I've been told
contrabandista
the
del
trip
cartel de la
lasts
guardia de la
months.
moneda de Nueva
And they say
Jerez.
the place is
Eso
full of
está...
gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Me imagino que tenemos que ir aquí. Me imagino que iremos aquí, en esta isla. Súbete al bordo. Súbete al barco, ¿no? He dicho. Súbete al bordo del bote. Está guapo el barco, ¿eh?
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
¡Qué pasada! Joder, qué impresionante, ¿eh?
Take a step back, sir!
Hostia, ten suerte que aquello encima del monstruo.
Kurt! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Hostia, mire.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your
Pues
humility
está bien
remains
optimizado
a
el mando,
constant. But believe me,
En las
that
vibraciones se
battle
siente
was
muy bien.
absolutely epic.
Vale, vámonos. Cojo las trampas. ¿Cuánto había puesto él?
Madam, gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready her to wear! Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind! What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along, don't trouble the Nauts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Ah, también forma parte de nuestro equipo. ¿Cómo que está incompleto? Tu equipo está incompleto. Aquí. Bueno, ya somos 3. Venga, me sigue. No sé cuánto nos podemos llevar. Igual 2 más. Qué guapa se ve. Se ve toda una ambientación de aquella época, pero muy guapa, bien currada, ¿eh?
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier pretty alcohol. One armour that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Qué bien se ve el juego, ¿eh? Parece una película, tío. Lo bien que se ve. Qué bien se ve el juego. ¿El nombre de Duty vas a jugar? Sí. Más seguro que sí. Pero bueno, intentaré hablar con Dios que me dé 48 horas al día, luego de 24. A ver si puedo, sí. Es una franquicia que más me gusta.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded.
a little less at night,
Cada
but
día,
in spite of
Prezi,
that,
cada
we
día
weren't able to get them back.
10,
Since
15,
these
20
crates
personas
are
me dicen, vas a
registered in
jugar
the
tal
ship's
juego,
manifest,
vas a jugar tal
make
juego.
an
Si yo
official
tuviera que jugar
request.
todos los
The
juegos
modification of the
que me
manifest
comenta
might
la
have fooled the
gente,
quartermaster, but
es
it
que no
won't fool the
podría
port
dormir, no
authority.
tendría tiempo.
We'd have too many
Ya,
details
yo ahora
to
me voy a
explain to
acostarme.
them, and our
Son las
commander
5.
would not like that.
A las 9 ya tengo que estar de pie aquí 4
Is he
horas.
waiting for
Porque
us to
tengo que
bring
hacer
them to him
compras,
then?
tengo que hacer cosas.
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
El menos mal
Why
que
is
estoy
that?
jubilado, que si estuviera
They're
trabajando
already marked with an inscription.
no podría hacer
Most of
todo
the
lo
men
que
are
estoy haciendo.
illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Vale, tenemos que localizar, no sé qué, unas cajas.
My ship's being used to move your contraband, and now you want to sneak into one of our warehouses.
Kurt was given the order. If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this. But since I've been sacked, let's just say that this will be a little bit of revenge.
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damned cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
That won't be necessary. My entire cargo has been placed in the warehouse closest to my ship. And if you wouldn't
Ahora,
mind,
gente, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Vamos a dejarlo aquí.
we'll be less suspicious.
Vamos a dejarlo aquí porque es que si no voy a dormir, no puedo. Tengo que conducir. Vamos a dejarlo. Dios mío, ¿por qué he probado este juego, tío? ¿Por qué lo he probado? Porque ahora tengo un problema grave con este juego. Tengo un problema grave porque ¿de dónde sacaré tiempo yo para seguir jugando con él? Si fuera un juego malo, bueno, a tomar por culo. O un juego normalito. Pero este juego tiene una calidad muy alta. O sea, es que es tan bueno. Todo lo que hace es tan bueno. Y con estos gráficos, es que los gráficos no es todo, vale, pero los gráficos acompañan, no vamos a engañarnos. Es que estaría jugando tranquilamente 20 horas con este juego y no me cansaría. O sea, las charlas que tienen, las conversaciones, no es de típico relleno o charlas sin sentido. Todo tiene una explicación, todo tiene un porqué, esto, aquello. Y lo más importante, conseguir un juego así de RPG, que las misiones secundarias no tengan nada que envidiar con las principales, porque son buenísimas las secundarias, que es raro y complicado eso conseguirlo. Hay que darle un aplauso a este juego, O sea, hay que darle un aplauso grande. Por eso no me extraña que haya mucha gente que lo quiere un montón, que lo aman. Porque es que el juego se hace querer, porque el juego es bueno. Es bueno de cojones. Y yo quería jugar 2 horas solamente. Y me he echado de jugar aquí casi 4 horas. Porque me ha atrapado. Si no, no estaría. Tengo que sacar tiempo para él. Os lo prometo. Pero este juego lo quiero completar. A ver cuántos likes vamos a tener mañana. Eso también lo voy a mirar, lo voy a valorar. Pero es que el juego es muy bueno. No tiene nada que ver cuando salió. Ahora está mucho mejor. A 60 FPS es un gustazo. Los combates a 60 FPS es que es una maravilla. Vale. Quiero contaros. Mucha gente le habrá jugado y me dará razón. Que es un buen juego. Así que, gente, dale likes, apoyar el juego, que se lo merece. Y bueno, me voy a dormir, aunque sea 4 horitas, y nos vemos, ¿vale? Hasta luego, gracias.